Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I'm coming to you from Heroes Park on a hot fall day. It's over 90 degrees. I think it's supposed to get up to 93. For some reason, UAV forecast was not working. It said unable to fetch weather. So I just put a screenshot of the Apple weather on there. But in any case, I have the Holystone HS900 sub 250 gram drone with me today. This, in my mind, is probably the best drone that Holystone has ever put out there. It's got a lot of good features and works quite well. One of the things, one of the last videos I put up was their QuickShot feature, and I couldn't get it to work. I tried, I watched their video, I went through all kinds of stuff, couldn't get it to select me when I tried to select the point of interest. Well, it was pointed out to be by one of my viewers, and I've got some really smart people that look at my videos. John, you know who you are. And he said, hey, you were still recording while you were trying to do that. You need to probably, he said, hey, try stopping recording and then see if it'll select. And I am quite sure that's probably the problem. And truthfully, when I was editing that video, I thought of that at the time. I thought, I was still recording. I wonder if that made a difference. And what I'll say in my own defense is, it's too bad that Holystone, in all their wisdom, wouldn't put something on the screen that says, hey, when you're trying to do that, that says, hey, stop recording before you select QuickShots. But there was no message like that on the screen at all. So anyway, long story short, here's what we're going to do. We're going to put this guy up in the air again. We're going to try those QuickShots again, and I'm going to have recording off when we try and do it. And I have a feeling it's going to work just fine. So let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air and let's try that out. Okay, I've got a screen recorder started, and we are almost ready to go. It's still grabbing some satellites. It's got 12 satellites, so we'll give it just a second here. It says we're at 92% battery. I charged that battery last night, so I've noticed that before on this drone. It never shows 100%, so I'm not sure what that's about. But look, we've got 14 satellites, and it says be ready, so that must mean we're ready to go. We're in stable mode. I'm gonna see if I can, I just wanted to see if you could touch on that and change it, but you can't. I'm going to go in here, I'm going to put it in normal mode, and that makes it fly a little bit faster. So again, we're not going to start recording. We're just going to go ahead and take off here. And there's the little drone, right? And this guy's kind of floaty. It floats around a little bit. I'm going to record here for a second because we're going to do a manual droney first, like I always do. So we're going to start recording. Okay, let me drop that gimbal down a little bit, and let's do our droney. Reversing up now, reverse and up. And you can see it is a nice sunny day here in Idaho, and I'm telling you, it's hot. It's in the 90s, and I can feel it. We get a little bit of a breeze, and it feels quite good. But yeah, there we are. And boy, I didn't put a gel pack on the back of my phone, and it is heating up and dimming, so I'm going to do that real quick. One of the things about this controller is it's got kind of an open back, so this isn't going to be real elegant, but I'm going to slap that gel pack on there, and we'll see if it helps. It's not going to fit on there like it normally would, but hopefully that acts as a little bit of a heat sink, and maybe my screen will brighten up here a little bit. I should have put that on there before I took off, and my screen is quite dark right now on a hot day, and we need to see that screen because we're trying to do some quick shots. So let's bring the drone back to us, and I'm really having to shade myself to see that screen, which is a lesson. I should have. That's the problem with these drones that you have to fly with your phone. Yeah, man, that's always an issue. At any rate, let's back the drone up, and I'm going to stop recording. And I'm going to drop the camera down a little bit. And on the, and I'm shading myself so I can see here. I wish I'd have had that, that gel pack on the back of the phone already, but clicking on those, I don't know, it's 3 squares in a circle or whatever. Let's look at that again. Yeah, 3 squares in a circle, whatever that means, but it's where you're going to find QuickShots. So we're going to look at, we're going to click on that, the very top one there. And let's see, I thought it gave, no, that was not it. Excuse me, that is not it. That was a time lapse. QuickShots is the middle one. The screen is so dark it's hard for me to see. And there, the first one we see there, we've got what? We got 3 different selections. The first one there is a rocket. So let's click on that. And I am going to click on the plus sign. Yeah, and that's not doing anything. Yeah, and I'm not able to select the target. Click the plus or select the target, and that's not working. Well, my theory is absolutely bunk. Yeah, tried it one more time here. I don't know, let's try one of the other ones. Let's try circle. And as you can see, I can click on, maybe let's move it back and a little further up. Some of these things can be kind of touchy. I'm going to get that plus sign right, whoop, trying to get that plus sign right on me. Sometimes they need to be higher, so let's go up a little bit. Try that. Well, it's pretty clear. You can see I've got it selected, and it just doesn't do anything. And I'm not recording. I thought that was the issue before, that I was already recording. So let's try. Yeah, we put it into droney mode. Yeah. For whatever reason, that just doesn't work. So I'll throw this video up, and if you guys have any clue of what I'm doing wrong, I've watched Holy Stone's video. There's really nothing in the manual that says how it works. Let's just, for the fun of it, let's bring it in real close and see if that makes a difference. Let's try that. I'm going to click on, yeah, we got droney selected, so I'm clicking on that plus sign, nothing. Yeah, and I just can't select anything, so gosh, I don't know. Let's go ahead and click start and see what it says, right? So, please select the target within the image. And it just won't do it. You can see me right there. I can click on the plus sign. We've tried it close, we've tried it far away, we've tried it high, we've tried it low, and it just doesn't work. So, Holy Stone, I don't know what the issue is, but if you guys get that figured out, I would love to demonstrate it. In any case, let's land this thing. Drone is doing a return to home and just coming down for a landing here. I see it's kind of moving around. Yeah, so it's facing the direction that it took off in. Oh, that's interesting, reorienting itself. And it's coming down. It's a little bit off the pad, but not too bad. Okay, we're fired back up here. So the drone had asked for a firmware update earlier, so I went ahead and did that. Let's see if it makes a difference. Let's take off again. And I'm not recording. We're not doing anything. We're going to go right into the QuickShots. Move it forward. Turn it around here. And again, it's in stable mode. Maybe it needed to be in stable mode to do QuickShots. I don't know. So we're just going to leave it in stable mode. Let's just try that. Worth a shot. So clicking on those squares and circle, whatever that is, Clicking on, and boy, the drone's dropping. Clicking on that middle one. Let's do well, what I call a rocket. Let's see if it can select me. And look at that, it did. So that firmware update did it. Look at that. So let's go ahead, let's leave it. It says 30 and 30. Let's do that. Let's click start. And it's doing it. It doesn't give you a countdown, it just takes off. I see a circle. God, I'm glad we're successful. So I see a circle going around the start stop button there, and that'll tell you when it's done. Well, look at that. Isn't that amazing? So it does not, I thought it would return to its starting point. It didn't. So do that. I'm manually bringing it down here. Boy, it's telling me I'm weak signal at the top, adjust antenna, and we're pointed right at it. I don't know. But in any case, I started an orbit there, and then my screen recorder got knocked off because of a scam phone call. I didn't have my phone in airplane mode. I've corrected that. So let's click that plus again. And yeah, we're already on 3 laps, and I'm going to click start. And it says, obviously, take note of your surroundings, because this drone does not have any kind of obstacle avoidance. So one of the things that as I'm watching the drone, and that's typical of this drone, altitude-wise, it goes up and down and up and down. The barometer in it, I think, is, I don't know, hasn't quite got it figured out, but you'll see the height change quite a bit as it goes around. It's fairly steady now, but it dropped pretty low there for a second. Yeah, it's kind of climbing now. That's 1 lap. And then it went right back to the main screen. I'm clicking back on Go Fly. Don't know what happened there. I may have touched the screen inadvertently. I don't know. But boy, it's getting low now. Look at that, down to 8, 9 feet. So it's kind of moving up and down, but it's doing a perfect orbit. It's doing that perfectly, and we told it to do 3 laps. So in a second here, we'll be 2/3 of the way through. It's not going very fast. It says about 4.3 miles per hour. So on a video, you're looking at, I'm in Imperial right now. Usually I do everything in metric. The reason you're seeing it in Imperial here is I changed in the app earlier for another video, so, but that's okay, not a big deal at all. But there again, you see it dropping down, and we're almost done here. And see, there it stopped, and that was not quite, it stopped. It was in front of me over here when we started, so it didn't quite do 3 laps. We'll just finish it off here. How about that? We'll do it manual, and we'll do it a lot faster. Okay, let's bring it down again. So one of the things that it has also is a droney. So let's point it at us here. Okay, so I selected droney, and we're ready to go. So let's select our target. Again, I'm just going to click on that plus sign, and look at that, it did. So flight distance, let's go ahead and crank this guy way up. Let's do a big old droney. Let's 120, well, it's saying meters, so that'll be about 300 and, yeah, almost 400 feet. So let's go ahead and click start. This is going to be a long one. And it's telling me low battery, so yeah, I don't know if we're going to get very far on this. I probably should have selected a shorter one. I'm sure it's going to go into probably RTH before it finishes here. We'll see. Yeah, I shouldn't have selected such a long droney. It's going to be going for a while. Yeah, and it's going to, we'll just let it, it's going to go into auto return to home. So, but it worked, right? It worked. So counting down, 1, boom, it's in return to home. So it's coming back. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. And we'll get the drone landed here. Okay, the drone's coming down slow. It's not going to quite hit the pad, pretty close. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, what do you know? Ultimately success. with the Holy Stone HS900, we were able to get the QuickShots to work. Well, it was all to do with a firmware update. Now, again, I wish that was something that that Holy Stone would have advertised to us before. Hey, you should have said in the liner notes on that update, hey, fixed the QuickShots. But in any case, whatever, we had success. I was really disappointed. I thought for sure it was because on my previous video I had been recording. Well, we stopped recording, tried it, and it didn't work. Messed around, did the firmware update, and what do you know, we got QuickShots. So in any case, I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I appreciate you stopping by to take a look at this video. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. Hey, while we're at it, I want to give a shout out to my friends Johnny Drone Flyer and Ray Kelly on the Fly for Fun show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. my time, so I guess that would be 7 p.m. East Coast time. I'm in Mountain Time, by the way. The Fly for Fun show, Johnny and Ray put on a really good drone show. So in any case, that's it. We'll see you guys later. Bye.